My wife, Melissa, had been behaving strangely for months. She stayed late at work far more often than before, took sudden urgent trips, and kept her phone glued to her like it held state secrets. I tried convincing myself I was imagining things, that after a decade together, I should trust her. But when she packed a small suitcase for yet another 3-day conference, something in her expression told me it wasn't about work at all. She rushed through her goodbyes, barely glanced at the kids, and hurried out the door like she couldn't get away fast enough. I decided that instead of confronting her with anger, I would confront her with reality. So I told our children, Emma, 6, and Lucas, 8, that we were going on a surprise weekend trip to see their mother. They lit up instantly, excited for the adventure, while my heartbeat hammered the entire drive. Part of me feared what I might discover. Part of me prayed I was wrong. But with every passing mile, my stomach sank deeper. I didn't want our kids living in the middle of a lie. When we reached the hotel, my fears doubled. It was far more luxurious than any work trip would require. That alone made something inside me snap into focus. I checked the guest list. Her name was there. Melissa Carter, room 914. My palms tingled with nerves as I guided the kids to the elevator. They clutched drawings they'd made for her, bouncing with excitement. I forced a smile while inside. I felt like the ground was cracking beneath me. At her floor, the hallway was quiet, eerily quiet. I crouched down and whispered, "Go knock on Mommy's door. She'll be thrilled." They ran ahead, laughing, and knocked eagerly. I stayed a few steps back, my chest tight, bracing myself. There was movement inside the room. A man's voice, deep, unmistakably male, murmured something. Melissa's voice followed, hurried and panicked. The kids knocked louder. "Mommy, we came to see you." The door opened just a crack. Melissa peeked out, her face pale as paper. She wasn't dressed for any conference. She was wrapped in a robe, hair a mess, makeup smeared. She looked like someone who had just been startled awake. Her eyes widened when she saw the kids, and then widened even more when she saw me. Before she could speak, a shirtless man walked into view behind her, holding a towel. The instant he noticed us, he stumbled backward out of sight. The kids rushed toward Melissa, but she stepped into the hall quickly and shut the door behind her, blocking the room from their view. Her voice trembled. "Oh my God, why are you here?" I didn't raise my voice. I didn't create a scene. I just stared at her and let the silence communicate everything. She shook so hard, I thought she might collapse. The kids wrapped themselves around her legs, proudly holding up their drawings. Her hands quivered as she accepted them. I wasn't expecting this," she whispered, still avoiding my eyes. "They missed you," I said quietly. "They wanted to surprise you. That's what families do." Her lips trembled. She knew exactly what I meant. She knew the moment had arrived. Everything she'd been hiding was now exposed. A hotel employee walked by and immediately sensed the tension. Melissa pressed her back against the door as if she could somehow hide the man inside. Her voice broke. "Please, not here. Please don't do this in front of them." "You brought this into their lives, not me," I replied. Tears filled her eyes instantly. She reached for my hand, but I stepped away, calmly, not cruelly. For the first time in months, the entire picture was painfully clear. Lucas finally asked, "Daddy, why isn't Mommy coming home with us?" That question shattered her. She dropped to her knees, pulling both kids into her arms. "I'm sorry," she cried. "I made a big mistake." Emma hugged her back, confused but gentle. I swallowed my own heartbreak, knelt beside them, and said softly, "Come on, kids. Let Mommy finish what she needs to do." Melissa's face twisted in pain. She knew what I meant, and the man behind that door knew it too. As I led the kids back toward the elevator, Melissa called out, voice cracking, "Please don't leave like this. We can talk. We can fix it. Please." But I kept walking. I didn't turn around. I didn't need to. The truth had already been revealed. When the elevator doors closed, I saw her standing alone in the hallway, shaking, devastated, framed by the doorway of the room she'd used to betray her own family. That was the moment I understood something I'd never forget. Sometimes the harshest truth doesn't come from yelling, arguments, or accusations. Sometimes it comes from the innocent knock of two children on a door their mother should never have been behind.